Hi guys, I'm Jim and this is Jim's Fix-It Shop, and I'm getting a lot of emails on a comment I made for, I've asked you guys to send me pictures of you in your snapper, whether it be you're riding around on your cutting grass or it's laying out on your bench all tore apart. Send me a picture. I want to put them up on my wall of shame. I got a few up there, and but I guess the reason of the video is I've been getting a lot of comments on why do you call it your wall of shame? Well, let me show it to you. Okay, you can see there's a few cards up there. I got some pictures up in the corner here, you guys that have sent me pictures, and I've got this young man in this picture frame that I put up there about 10 years ago. And he's the reason for the whole wall. A little background on that young man. About 10 years ago I was at work running a Blanchard grinder, and this radio station has this thing where you could call in and say, hey, I'm looking for a particular toy, but I can't find it anywhere. So then the rest of the listeners would call in and say, I just seen that toy over at whatever store an hour ago and they had 3 or 4 of them. So then you could run over there and pick up the toy you wanted. Well, this young man's mother, I keep trying to say names and I don't want to mention any names, but she called in and said she was looking for a pegboard. Okay, the first thing that pops in my mind with doing all the remodeling and building that I do is a piece of pegboard you'd hang on a wall with hooks in it and hang stuff on it, like I have all over the shop. And so I called the radio station. I said, what is she asking for? And the DJ says, I don't know. She just said a pegboard. So I said, give her my number and have her call me. Well, back then, we didn't have so many cell phones. So when I got home from work, she called me. And I said, what is it you're looking for? She says, I need a pegboard for my son. He has health concerns, and he needs it for therapy. She says, I need a board with pegs in it that he can put in holes. So, okay, now the light clicks, and I got a shift from contractor to woodworker. And I says, what do you want it to look like? What do you want the pegs to be? She said, just round. He's young, and I don't want him to get frustrated with different shapes. So I said, well, give me a size, and I'll make you one. So a couple of days later, I called her up. I said, we made it out of a nice piece of oak pegs. And there's a picture of the board up there, but I don't want to zoom in on the picture. And I called her up and said, I got it done. Would you like me to deliver it? And she says, no, me and my mom and my son will come and get it. So they came over, and she wanted me to hide the board. She didn't want her son to see it, although he was 2, and he probably wouldn't know what it was anyway. But I had it on the other side of the shop, and they came in, and my wife came out, we all met. I showed her the pegboard. She said, it's perfect. She says, what do I owe you? And I paused for a second, and I says, I'll tell you what, when he opens it up Christmas morning, and he starts playing with it, take a picture of it and just send it to me. That's what I want. So she agreed. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 pictures up there. So the next 5 years, we got Christmas cards from her and her son with a picture of him in that old ragged, beat-up pegboard. And that's what started the wall. And I guess the viewers have asked me, why do you call it a wall of shame? And I said, well, I've been doing woodworking for 50 years. I have remodeled more houses and kitchens, countertops, built garages, decks. I even built a bridge spanning a creek. And that's all I have to show for things I've helped people with. And I just got thinking, you know, that wall should be a foot thick with cards stapled on top of cards. So that's why I think I started YouTube. Last I checked, I had like 215,000 views. Now I know a lot of you guys out there watch these things over and over and watched every one of them, but I'm hoping there's like maybe 1,000 people that I've really actually helped, saved some money, and made a new friend. I mean, I've got people I never knew they sold snappers worldwide. I have almost every state in the United States outside of Wyoming, Colorado, and New Mexico. Apparently they have cattle that eat their grass and they don't mow it. And I have about 14 different countries that have snappers. I mean, I've flabbergasted that they have still these things around the world. But if you get a chance, take a picture of you and your snapper, whether it be mowing the yard, just sitting on it, or if you got it all tore apart on your bench, send me a picture. I want to put it up there. I have about 10 of them up there right now. I've got about 5 or 6 more on my phone I have to run down and get developed so I can get them up there, but send me one. I've been getting another thing I've been getting a lot of comments on is, why don't you have a PayPal account or a Patreon account or one of these other 5 or 6 different accounts they have? Because we want to help finance your channel. Well, what's to finance? I just do a video. I've got a cheap little tablet. But I have, I don't know how many subscribers people I'm subscribed to. I must have 50 or 60 of them. And a lot of them have like 500,000 plus subscribers. And I was watching one of them the other day, and when he got just about done with his video, he says, now don't forget, you subscribers, send me $1 to my Patreon account weekly. And I'm thinking, wow, do you know what that would add up to if 1/3 of them people sent him $1 a week? I don't know. I just couldn't ask somebody to do that. I'll never ask anybody to send me money. Most of the parts that I ship out of here, if I have duplicates and it's something I don't need or never will use, I don't sell them. Some of the bigger stuff that it's the only one I have, or if I only have 1 or 2 of them, I'll sell them for something. But typically I don't. It depends all on the people. If I can tell that they're retired and on a fixed income and barely making ends meet, I'm not going to charge them for something. I'd give it away first. That's just the way I am. And I have had one company get a hold of me for sponsoring my channel, and I turned them down. I didn't want a sponsor. It was a tool company, and I says, I've got all the tools I'm ever going to need. And I said, if you sponsor me, you're going to send me tools and expect me to do a review on them. And how can I do an honest review when you're paying me to do it? It just, I can't believe my viewers would think that this review would be honest and above board. I don't work that way. So I turn them down. The reviews I do, it'll be on tools that I have purchased. It is not on stuff that have been given to me. I don't work like that. If you have a review you would like done on a tool, I probably have it somewhere in the shop. I've been using it for years. I know the good points and the bad ones, and believe me, I bought some real jewels over the years that I would certainly never buy again. So if you got something you want reviewed, ask me. I might have it laying around here somewhere. But don't forget, send me a picture, send me a comment, put the comments in the box below, send me the picture to Jim's Fix-It Shop at gmail.com, so no one will see your smiling little face but me. And like I said, I got 10 of you guys up there, and I appreciate your pictures, and I hope a whole lot more come in. So that's about it. See, seems like there was something else, but hey, who knows? So until then, work safe, have fun, and help somebody fix something. We'll talk to you soon.